I actually believe that each one of you is going to need to put motivational leader on your business card. Woo. I know. It's un-Australian, isn't it? You're going to have to be the ones who get your businesses ready to succeed, because the disruption curve we are in right now is the greatest it's ever been at any other time in history. So yell them out. What do you think the biggest disruption in the last 50 years has been? Television, mobile phones, Keith Urban, peak oil.
Great speakers understand that their job is to lift the energy in the room, and to be invited to do that at a conference is an extraordinary privilege.
I'm going to show you these 4 shapes. Show of hands who chose the square. Okay, well, I just want to be clear. Psychological personality test, and you chose square. Okay, who chose a Z? Not a shape.
I think one of the quickest ways to build rapport is to have an easy, safe laugh. It's not about one-liners, and it's not about a stand-up set. It's just about getting everybody in the room comfortable.
Where are all the circles? They say this about you.
It's a magical mix of him being on point with our key messages, but then bringing his experiences and his flair and his humour into those messages that we so desperately needed.
Leaders make other leaders. And the good news about this is, if you just use encouragement and kindness and you make it your job to grow other people, you'll find that your culture will start to take care of itself. So instead of a meeting that goes, here's what you did wrong, it's a meeting that goes, hey, what do you need to do this better? What's getting in your way?
There is 100% engagement. People lent in, and he gave some tough messages that were right in their face, but they lent into that.
Empathy trumps intelligence every time.
I would thoroughly recommend Matt anytime you're wanting to engage, motivate and encourage people on their own leadership journey.
Get above the line, best version of you. Stop thinking about yourself and think about others. So how do you build that in your team? You build it with kindness at disappointment. You build it with encouragement as your superpower. And you build it by encouraging growth mindsets by focusing on the effort, not the result. When you are praised for your effort, what you end up doing is you end up taking harder tests. You end up trying to grow and learn, because your focus is to be better, not to be the best.
Leadership is my primary message. It's how you lead yourself with extreme self-care, how to take care of people and amplify the good in an organisation, and how to take care of your business as you try to lead through what is clearly the decade of disruption.
Eric Schwartz from Google, he said that the internet as we know it was built by 2 billion people like you and I. So educated, with access to electricity, running water, speaking English. 4 billion new users are coming online in the next 1,000 days. There's this video where this little boy is typing away, and he goes, in a pissed off voice, he goes, "We need a faster processor and a better mouse." It's very hard when you're the genie in the bottle to read the label. And this is why so many smart people in charge of successful businesses can't see the disruptions. They can't see them coming. I bought my son this watch, and it has more technology in it than NASA used to put Neil Armstrong on the moon, if you believe they did. So we are in the decade of disruption. Your competitive advantage is not in your intelligence or your strategy, it's in your people skills. If you're going to manage humans to be more caring in the future, you have to learn to listen not to the stuff they're saying, but to what they're actually talking about and the meaning they're creating. Because until you can respond to the context and the meaning, you can't actually start to rewrite the content. When I say red with no context, you think whatever you want. But if I say red through the context of transport, you're thinking about traffic lights, stop signs, Ducatis, London buses, fire engines. If I say red through the context of cuisine, you're thinking red wine, tomato sauce, red meat, capsicum and chilies. You cannot command the future of your industry if you don't control the context of your industry. Are you selling drills or are you making holes? Your business's competitive advantage is empathy, not intelligence. And The first empathy is yourself. I'm so pumped for you, this business, because I reckon you've nailed your growth through operational excellence. I reckon you're focusing on customer intimacy, and you'll keep to innovate new models, because those three things are what are going to drive this as a high-performing business. Thanks everybody for being awesome this morning.